Hello friends, welcome to Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. Yet another video for basic multiplication and mental maths. We all need to work on our skills of mental maths so that you can save time during competitions, especially when the number of questions asked are huge and you have very limited time to attempt the MCQs. So friends, in my previous video I told you multiplication by 2, 3, 4, the basic doubling and tripling trick. Now in this video I am going to take multiplication by 5 and by 6. Watch the complete video. This is really something which all of us need to master. So let's understand the concept first, and before I start the concept used in the trick, let me just tell you about our ebooks and the PDFs which we have been bringing up on the Learning Loop app and in the ebooks of short tricks. So if you want a copy of compilation of everything, 24 different chapters covered in the ebook itself, you can send me a message on WhatsApp. 9896369963 is the WhatsApp number. So what is the concept? When we multiply a number by 5, see 5 is actually 10 divided by 2. Now when you multiply something by 5, it's all the more difficult, but multiplying by 10 and then dividing by 2, which is halving, is much more easier. See, I'll show you one very easy example. Like suppose you have a number 67 and I want to multiply that by 5. Now direct multiplication is, you can do it, I know, but how much time, comparative time you will be consuming, that is important. So if you multiply by 5, you have to count 5 times table, right? But if you just suffix a 0 and then take the half of this, it is all the more easier. Why? Because the half of 600 is 300 and half of 70 is 35, and there you go, you have the answer. So multiplication by 5 is actually multiplication by 10 and then halving the number, taking the half of the number. Likewise, breaking a number into its factors helps a great deal sometimes. Suppose you have a number like 21.4. Now see a decimal number and we want to multiply that by 6. So instead of counting the 6 times table, why don't we do 21.4 times 2 times 3? Now see, again, these steps are not to be written. It is all mental maths. And how do we do multiplication by 2? It is doubling. The double of 21 is 42. And the double of 4 is 8, right? And now once we have to triple this, the double of 42 is again 84, and triple of 42 now which we want is 126, and triple of 8 is 24. So can I write this as the answer? And you will see that this answer is actually the most common wrong answer for this question. Can you tell me why? Because there are so many students who will be doing 42 times 3 and then doing 8 times 3 and then putting the decimal. A very important thing to note, that the putting the decimal at the correct place is really important. And that's where tripling comes into play. Now the triple of 420 we all know is 1260, and the triple of 8 is 24. So we just need to add these numbers in the mind. This gives us 1284, and now put the decimal one digit from the right hand side, which will give me 128.4 as the correct answer for this multiplication problem. Now you can check 6 4s are 24, 4 2 carried, 6 1s are 6 plus 2 8, and 6 2s are 12, which gives us the correct answer. Now let's practice these two tricks which we have just discussed in some of the questions. How about doing 87 times 5? So I will do 870 and divide it by 2. Half of 800 is 400 and half of 70 is 35, and my direct answer for the question is 435. Likewise, 1745, I will write it as 17450 because I multiplied it by 10, and then take the half. Now, how do I take the half of this? So, see, it all depends on your convenience of halving. You know, how do you halve the number? For me, I will read this number as 17,450 because taking the half of this is easier for me, 8,500, and taking the half of this number 225 is easy for me. So when I add them, I get 25 and then 85 plus 2 is 87. So the answer is 8725. So that gives me the product of this number by 5. Likewise, if I have a number in decimals, now see, the decimal vanishes when you multiply it by 10 because you have one decimal place here. So what do you do here? 3, 5. So I don't have to write actually the decimal now because this is to be multiplied by 10. So I'll write one more step for you. Divide by 2. This is what I am trying to do. So the decimal vanishes from the numerator and I have to divide it by 2. Now how do I read this? 3500 becomes 1750. That is half of 3500 and half of 39 is 19.5. So when I add these two, I get my answer. It is 1769.5. Now you can pick up the calculators and check the answer. Likewise, 953 times 6. So this 6 is actually times 2 times 3. So when you do times 2, your doubling skills are going to work there. So how do I read this? I will read it as 953 like this. So double it up, you get 1900 and this is 6. So this combines together to give me 1906. Even although I don't have to write it because 1906 itself is written like this only. So tripling will be easier after this step. So triple of this 5700 and triple of this 18. So when you add them, you have the direct answer 5718. So that is the product with 6. Likewise, if you want me to take more examples, you can check here. A big number here. So this is times 2 times 3. Now how do I read this? This is 7800 and then 49. So when you double this up, you have the double of this number 156 followed by 2 zeros and the double of this number is 98. Now when you add them, you have a big number again, but since you want to triple this, triple it here only. So 0 0 is there. Now 3 6 are 18, 8 1 carry, 3 5 are 15, 16 6 1 carry, and then we have the 4. I tripled this and triple of this because this is 2 less than 100. We have 294 because it will be 6 less than 300. Now adding them is easier, which will give you the answer. 94 doesn't change because you have 2 zeros here. 8 plus 2 becomes 10, so 0 1 carry, and then this becomes 7, and then we have the 4. 47094. Another time, multiplication by 6. So 28.34 multiplied by 2 first, double, right? So when you want to double, you are actually adding the same number. So double of 28 is 56 and double of 34 is 68. And now this number is to be multiplied by 3. Remember the 2 decimal places. That is really important. So if you know 3 times table, now you can do it directly also, or you can use the tripling method. So I'll do it directly. This is 24, 2 carry, 18, 20, 0, 2 carry again, 0, 2 carry again, and then 17. So we have 170.04, which gives me the product of this decimal by 6. So friends, you can see how quick we can do these calculations, and if we don't get stuck in these basic calculations, the higher calculations are going to be little bit easier. So friends, if you like this video, do subscribe our YouTube channel Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. Do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you keep on getting all the notifications of future uploads. Give it a like if you really like the content of the video, and as soon as you click the like button, you get the option of hyping the video. If you hype the video, it has greater chances of reaching the audiences. So friends, practice multiplication by 5 and 6. I'm going to guarantee you, it is going to help you a great deal. All the best.